Hi, good morning everyone. Welcome to the revision of session of rational number. Under this we will do today multiplication of rational numbers, division of rational numbers, how to insert rational numbers between two rational numbers, and at the last word problems. So that is the rest of the revision of your first chapter, rational numbers. Okay, first, what is the multiplication of rational numbers? Multiplication of rational number means if you have two rational number is given to you, you have to multiply numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator to find the result of the multiplication of two rational numbers. Like I have a number minus 4 by 7 into 5 by 3. First you will have to multiply minus 4 multiplied by 5 gives you minus 20. The next denominator, both the rational numbers are denominator 7 and 3. When you multiply 7 into 3 gives you 21. Similarly, if you have a number like this, 5 by 7 into minus 14 and minus 10 is equal to negative sign. I already told you positive rational number is considered as if both numerator denominator has same sign, we consider as positive rational number. But if numerator denominator has different sign, we consider as negative rational number. Here numerator denominator both have same sign like negative sign. So this rational number will be considered as your positive rational number. Same, you have to multiply 5 into 14 both numerator and 7 into 10 both denominator. 5 into 14, when it is condition of cancellation, like 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14. Then 2 by 2 is left and your answer will be 1 because both 2 will be divisible by 1. Next there are some properties of rational numbers. Under this, first one is the closure property. Closure property means when you multiply any two rational number, your answer will be in the same form of rational numbers. Like if I have a number 3 by 4 into minus 1 by 6, 3 first multiply by minus 1 give me minus 3 and 4 multiply by 6 give me 24. And when you convert into lowest form and method of finding the lowest form, you first have to find the HCF of both numerator and denominator, and you have to divide numerator denominator with same HCF, then you will find the lowest form of the fraction. If I have a number minus 3 by 24 and both comes in 3 table, that means HCF of 3 and 24 is 3. When you divide by 3 both numerator and denominator, your answer will be minus 1 by 8. That is the lowest form. Next is commutative property. Commutative property basically deals with the multiplication of two rational number in any order. Any order, if you multiply two rational number, your answer will be same. If I have 1 by 2 into 7 by 9, so if I just reverse the order, like second rational number keep in first position and first rational number consider in the second position. If you multiply in any order, your answer will be same. Here if I have a number 1 by 2 into 7 by 9, 7 by 9 into 1 by 2, when you multiply this, 7 into 1 gives you 7 and 9 into 2 gives you 18. Any order when you multiply and your answer will be same. Next is associative property. Associative property basically deals with multiply 3 or more rational numbers in any order. If you have 3 or more than 3 rational numbers, you can multiply in any order. Your answer will be same. Here if I have a 3 rational numbers like 1 by 5 minus 2 by 3 into 6 by 7, and if I multiply like first two rational number first and third rational number at last, or either I multiply last rational numbers first and first rational number at last, my answer will be same. Here if I have a 1 by 5 minus 2 by 3 into 6 by 7, or either I multiply 1 by 5 into minus 2 by 3 and later 6 by 7, my answer will be in both the cases minus 4 by 35. Next is multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity means which number you have to multiply any rational number, your answer will be same. In any order you can multiply. So in that case only number is 1. because when you multiply 1 with any rational number in any order, your answer will be same as original rational number. Here if I have a number 6 by 7, I multiply by 1, or I keep 1 at first position or rational number at second position, doesn't matter in which order you are going to multiply, your answer is same as original rational number. So this one is considered as your multiplicative identity. One is called the multiplicative identity for rational numbers. Next is multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse means you have to do the reciprocal of any rational number. When you multiply reciprocal of original rational number to multiply with the reciprocal, your answer always will be one, same as multiplicative identity. So here suppose I have a two rational numbers minus 7, one rational number minus 7 by 9, and if I write the reciprocal of that particular rational number, that is minus 9 by 7. If I try to write in any order, in this same cases there, multiplicative inverse means doesn't matter the order. If you multiply any rational number with their reciprocal or multiplicative inverse, reciprocal another name is multiplicative inverse, your answer always be in 1, or we can say that minus 9 by 7 is the multiplicative inverse of minus 7 by 9, and here minus 7 by 9 is the multiplicative inverse of minus 9 by 7. So both are reciprocal to each other, and both are multiplicative inverse to each other. Next is property of 0. Property of 0 means if any rational number in any order you multiply with 0, your answer will be in 0. Next is distributive property of multiplication over addition. Distributive property of multiplication over addition means if you are going to add two rational number and after that you multiply, whatever result you get after addition is equal to same if you separately multiply and add after that, there will be no change in your answer. So that is the distributive property of multiplication of rational numbers. In this I have one question like minus 3 by 5 into 4 by 9 plus 7 by 9. First what I will do first add these two rational numbers. I got 11 by 9. When I multiply numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator, minus 3 into 11, 5 into 9 gives me minus 33 by 45. Now I have to convert this 33 and 45 into lowest form. HCF of 33 and 45 is equal to 3. Now when you divide both numerator and denominator, divide by 3, you get minus 11 by 15 is the lowest form or standard form of the fraction number. Similarly on the another side, instead of you add first or multiply later, if I multiply first and add later, so what answer I get in this case? First I will multiply minus 3 by 5 into 4 by 9, then minus 3 by 5 into 7 by 9. Whatever result I got after the multiplication, I will add both the result. Here when I multiply this, I got minus 12 by 45. When I multiply minus 3 by 5 into 7 by 9, I got minus 21 by 45. Positive sign was outside. When you multiply negative with positive sign, your answer will be in negative. That gives you minus 12 minus 21 by 45. And when you add this one, minus 33 by 45. HCF of both the numbers is 3. When you divide the HCF, you get the lowest form of number or smallest form of number. In this both number, only one is the common factor, or we can say that standard form of a rational number, that is minus 11 by 15. Next is same, instead of addition, if I have a question of subtraction, distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. Condition is same. Either you first subtract the numbers and multiply later, or either you multiply the number first and subtract the later, same as in addition. There you have done addition, and here you have subtraction. If I have a question like 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 minus 1 by 5, LCM of 3 and 5 is 15. I convert all the fraction into same denominator as equal to LCM, that is 15. Then 1 by 2 into, like here if I multiply by 5, numerator also should be multiplied by 5. if I multiply by 3 to make it same as LCM as 15, so numerator also should be multiplied by 3. 5 minus 3 by 15 gives me 2 by 15. 2 is cancelled, only 1 by 15. Lowest form is left with me. Now instead of first subtraction and later multiplication, if I multiply first or subtract later, my answer will be same. That is distributive property. Means either you first subtract, multiply later, or either you first multiply or subtract later the result. Like here, 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 give me 1 by 6, and 1 by 2 into 1 by 5 give me 1 by 10. Then negative sign already between that. LCM of 6 and 10 is 30. Now you have to convert both fractions, both rational numbers as a denominator of same as LCM as 30. When I multiply 6 by 5, I got 30. 1 into 5 by 6 into 5. And numerator also should be multiplied by 5. Here when I multiply by 3, I got 30 as denominator. Similarly, 3 also will be multiplied with the numerator. 5 by 30 minus 3 by 30. As denominator is common, you have to write and subtract the numerator. 5 minus 3 give me 2 by 30. Now HCF of 2 by 30 is 2. When you divide 2 by 30 by 2, each numerator and denominator, we get the answers 1 by 15, same as previous one. So this is a proof of distributive property of multiplication of addition. Next is division of rational number. What will you do if you have division of rational numbers? Actually, in division of rational number, you can't divide directly the two rational number. First you have to convert divide into multiplication and apply the multiplication property. Here 4 by 15, if I have a question, 4 by 15 divided by 11 by 25. When you convert divide into multiply, 4 by 15 into 25 by 11 gives me 100 by 165. And when I find the HCF of 100 and 165, I got the 5. That means numerator denominator both should be divided by 5. 100 divided by 5 give me 20, and 165 divided by 5 give me 33. That is the lowest form of the rational number, so standard form of the rational number. Here I have one question regarding this. If the product of two rational number is 4 by 9, if one of the number is minus 2 by 3, find the other. So first I consider what will be my number, which I multiply with minus 2 by 3, I got the answer 4 by 9. So according to the statement, first I will consider my required number is x. So when I multiply minus 2 by 3 into x, I got the answer as 4 by 9 as written in the statement. I just translate the statement. Now when minus 2 by 3 moves on another side, multiplication changes into division. 4 by 9 divide by minus 2 by 3. When you divide into multiply, a rational number after the division sign will be reciprocal. That becomes minus 2 by 3. Now when you multiply with each other, like here, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9. So what is left? 2 into 1 by 3 into minus 1, and my answer is minus 2 by 3. Next is, there are some properties of division of rational number also. Closure property means when you divide two numbers, not in any order, only just you have two number is given, whatever condition is there, you have to multiply according to condition. Your answer will be same as rational number. So that is a closure property. 1 by 3 divided by 1 by 2. When you changes divide into multiply, 1 by 3 into 2 by 1, and that gives you 2 by 3. Next is commutative property. Commutative property not hold with the division, because division is not commutative from rational numbers, because you can't divide two rational numbers in any order. Similarly, associative property deals with 3 or more than 3 rational numbers. So division is not associative for rational number also, because if you can't multiply two rational number in any order, you also can't multiply 3 rational numbers or more than 3 rational number in any order. Your answer will not be same. Now if you divide any rational number with 1, your answer always will be in the same rational number. Like if I have a question 2 by 3 divided by 1, when divide changes into multiply, only 1 is left, as a same as numerator denominator is same. So ultimately my answer is 2 by 3. Next is division by the same number. But if you divide any rational number with same same sign, everything is same, your answer will be in 1. Here if I have a question minus 1 by 7 divided by minus 1 by 7, when you changes divide into multiply, that gives you minus 1 by 7 into 7 by minus 1, and when you cancel each other, your answer will be 1. Next is finding rational numbers between two rational numbers. If you are going to find rational numbers between two rational numbers, so you have two methods. If there is a condition of only one rational number, you just add two rational number and divide by 2, just like a find the average of the number. So if I have a number 1 by 4 and 2 by 4, if I add this in the numerator and divide by 2, so that gives me 3 by 4 divided by 2. 3 by 4 divided by 2, when divide changes into multiply, that gives you 3 by 4 into 1 by 2, and my answer is 3 by 8. Ultimately, the question is that if you have two rational numbers and you are going to find one rational number between two rational numbers, you just add both rational numbers, divide by 2, you get the required rational number between the two rational numbers. But if there is a condition of more than one rational number like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so rule is that to insert a rational number, first condition is that you have to make the equivalent fraction same as denominator, and after that you have to think about the number in which number you have to multiply both the numerators. You get the answer easily between the required numbers. Like if I have a question minus 1 by 2 and 2 by 3, I want to insert three rational numbers between that. My first target is to make the equivalent fraction same as the denominator. When I check the LCM of 2 and 3, LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. Now I convert both the rational numbers same as denominator equal to 6. So to make a 6 of 2, I multiply 2 with 3, numerator also should be multiplied by 3, and to make 6 of 3, I multiply by 2, numerator also should be multiplied by 2, and my required equivalent fraction becomes minus 3 by 6 and 4 by 6. Now I just little bit ignore the denominator and think about the numerator. How many numbers come between minus 3 and 4? Minus 3 and 4, if I think that minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So I have 6 numbers between minus 3 and 4. If there is a condition of you have to insert 3 rational number, among these 6 you can choose any 3. If there is a condition of 4, 5, 6 rational number, you can choose for any 4 rational number, 5 rational number, 6 rational number between minus 3 and 4. But if your question is same and condition is you have to insert 8 rational number, when I check for minus 3 and 4, there is only 6 rational number. But if I insert between this 8 rational number, it means more than 6 rational numbers. So that is not available in minus 3 and 4. That means you have to multiply both with further. Like here, if I want to invert any 6 rational or 8 rational number between that, but minus 3 and 4, I have only 6 rational numbers. So what you do, you further multiply, check with minus 3 into 2 and 4 into 2, minus 6 and 8. Then you check how many numbers come between minus 6 and 8. So if I check with minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these numbers come between minus 6 and 8. You can choose any 6 or 8 numbers between that. Only condition is that you have to multiply further equivalent fraction with the number to find the required number between the numbers. So here my condition was to find the 3 rational number. When I choose any 3, minus 2, minus 1, 2, don't forget to write the denominator also, because if you forget, your answer will be wrong. So equivalent fraction means all should be in equivalent form of fraction, and denominator should be same. Minus 1 by 2, minus 2 by 6, minus 1 by 6, 2 by 6 and 2 by 3. Next is your word problems. 1.6 exercise. So I just give you a little bit concept about what are your question is there. In the first question, a person earns ₹1,000 in a day. If a person earns 1,000 in a day, he spent 2 by 9 of it on transport and 3/8 of it on food, how much money does he save in a day? You have to find if one person earns 1000 in a day, and out of 1000 rupees, 2/9 part he spend on transportation and 3/8 part of that earning money he spend on food, to buy the food or vegetable something, and how much money was left at the end of the day with the person. So you have to given the total earning, you have to find the expenditure on transport, expenditure on food, total you have to find the expenditure, and after that you subtract from the saving. By finding the total expenditure, when you subtract from the saving, you will get the answer. Your second question was, a bus at a uniform speed covers a distance of 140 into 2/3 km in 4 into 1/3 hours. Find the speed of the bus and the distance covered in 6 into half hours. In this, you have distances given. Okay, basically you have to find the speed of the bus and the distance covered in 6 into 1/2 hours. In this, you have to consider two cases. In first cases, you have distance is given and time is given, speed is not given. Okay, first case you have to find the speed. Your first part of the question is, you have distance is given, you have time is given. First you have to identify the speed of the bus. Okay, and later you have to find this, using this speed, find the speed of the bus and the distance covered in 6 into 1/2 hours. Second part is that if speed is same and time will be changed, then how much distance will be covered by the bus with same speed. That is the second part of your question. In first part, you have distance and time is given, you have directly speed, apply directly speed formula, distance divided by time. Then when you apply distance divided by time, you get the answer as speed of the bus. In second case, speed is same, only time is changed. Okay, and if speed is same, time will be changed, you have to find the distance. Here you apply directly the distance formula, speed into time, speed into time, you will get the required answer. Third question is, a shirt can be stitched with 2 into 5/6 meter of cloth. How much cloth is required for stitching 14 such shirts? In this, you have length of the cloth of one shirt is given to you, and you have to find the total length of the cloth for using 14 such shirts. So you have to directly multiply whatever one shirt quantity of the length of the cloth is given to you, you multiply with 14 shirts. So that will be your required answer. Next is your fourth question. From a rope of 15 into 1/2 meter long, 3 pieces of length 1 into 2/5 meter, 2 into 2/3 meter and 4 into 5/9 meter are cut off. Suppose you have this whole like this length of the rope is given, and this length is 5 into 1/2 meter, and that is cut into 4 different parts. Okay, first 3 parts length is given to you, you have to find the fourth part of the length. So whatever 3 parts of length is given to you, you add it and subtract from the whole length of the rope. That will give you required part of the fourth part of the length which is left. Next is your fifth question. 4/7 liter of milk is required for making a dish. If you want to cooking some dish, okay, so when you collect the ingredient, okay, in this ingredient is given to you. Suppose you want to cook one dish at your home, and required milk is 4/7 liter of milk. How much milk will be needed to make 3/4 of the recipe? So you have to later you think that you are not going to cook the full recipe, you have to cook only the 3/4 part of the recipe. Then in that case, how much milk will be required in that case? So in this case, if one recipe required a milk 4/7 liter, and if same recipe 3/4 part of the same recipe required, you multiply 4/7 into 3/4, that gives you required milk of the 3/4 part of the recipe. Next is the cost of 5 into 1/3 kg of rice is rupees 250 in the market. 5 into 1 by 3 kg of rice cost is 250. How much will 8 into 1 by 4 kg of rice cost? If you went to the market and asked the shopkeeper to buy the rice, so shopkeeper will tell you the rate. He said that 5 into 1 by 3 kg of rice will be cost you 250 rupees, but you want to buy 8 into 1 by 4 kg of rice. If you want to buy 8 into 1 by 4 kg of rice, so how much cost you have to pay to the shopkeeper, that you have to find. If you have given 5 into 1 by 3 kg of rice cost, first you have to find what is the cost of 1 kg of rice. For finding the 1 kg of rice, you have to divide 250 by 5 into 1 by 3, and next that is the cost of 1 kg of rice. Now you have to find 8 into 1 by 4 kg of rice. You directly multiply the cost of 1 kg of rice with 8 into 1 by 4. After that you will get the required answer. Next is your 7th question. 5 by 7 of a number exceed by 67 gives 80. If you have 5 by 7 or part of any number, if you add 65, your answer will be 80. Statement of this statement tells you that if you think about any number and if you just take 5 by 7 part of that particular number and add 65 in that, your answer will be 80. You have to find what will be that number. 5 by 7 of a number means you have to think about the number and you take 5 by 7 part of that number and add 65 in that, your answer will be 80. So when you solve, you get the required number. Next is question number 8. After traveling a distance of 32 into 4 by 5 kilometer, Amira found that she is still to cover 5 by 7 of the whole distance. What is the total distance to be covered by Meera? You have to find is how much total distance to be covered by Meera. When Meera start traveling, he just covered 32 into 4 by 5 kilometer of distance. After that, when you think about that, how much distance is left to complete the whole journey. So she find that still 1 by 5 by 7 of the whole distance is left. You have to find what was the total distance for the Amira which she want to cover. Suppose you have two destination points, like one destination point is here, second destination point is here. Amira start from here, and when she reached at here, he think that this is the whole distance. For the whole distance she covered only 32 into 4 by 5 kilometer distance, and whatever this distance is left, that is a 5 by 7 of the whole distance. Then you have to find the whole distance. So here we consider that whole distance is x, then whatever distance she covered plus 5 by 7 of x, because this was your whole distance. Okay, if you whole distance consider as x, then 5 by 7 of x will be this part, and this part will be 32 into whatever 4 by 5 kilometers she covers, and this whole distance will be considered as x. So when you add this one, so that gives you, according to the statement, 32 into 4 by 5 plus 5 by 7 of x is equal to x. Now later you have to find the value of x by changing mixed fraction into proper fraction, finding the LCM. And here if I go with this x term shifted on another side to make the like terms, and like terms always added and subtracted. Here fraction keep it on the right side. When you find the LCM on the x side, take x as common, 1 minus 5 by 7, that gives you 2 by 7, and 2 by 7 when goes on other side give you division, 164 by 5 divided by 2 by 7, and your required answer is 114 into 4 by 5 kilometer. Next question is, 4 friends Harshit, Kunal, Manju and Rahul went to a trip. Harshit paid 2 by 7 of the bill and rest of the bill was shared by Kunal, Manju and Rahul equally. What fraction of the bill was paid by each? You have to find what fraction of the bill was paid by each student, each friends. Okay, only 2 by 7 part of the bill is paid by Harshit, and rest of the bill was paid equally divided among 3 friends. So that means we have to find what fraction of the bill was paid by each. You are not going to find the quantity of the bill, you have to just find the fraction. So we consider that each fraction paid by 3 friends is x. So according to the statement, when you add all the parts, that should be equal to 1, because whole part means we consider as 1. So here 2 by 7 plus 3x, when you find the value of x, that gives you 5 by 21. It means each friend has to pay 5 by 21. And one more last question of your exercise is, on a farm of 2 by 7 of the cows were black while the rest, on a farm of 2 by 7 of cows were black while the rest 40 were white. Find the total number of cows. You have to find total number of cows. In this, according to the statement, if I consider total number of cows is x, 2 by 7 part of x is black given in your question, and quantity of white cows given you 40. When you add this black and white cows, that is equal to total number of cows. In this case, you have to find the x value. 2 by 7 of x gives you 2x by 7 plus 40 is equal to x. Then 40 is equal to x minus this x term shifted on another side, minus 2x by 7. When you find the LCM, you get 5x by 7. Now 40 divided by 5 by 7 gives you 56 cow. Thank you. Have a nice